Hello and welcome back to WheelSpinTv, and today we're going to be doing a how to tune a wheelie car. Now, I've recently fractured my thumb, done some damage to my hand, so I haven't actually been online too much, and then I see a comment from one of my new subscribers saying that he wanted me to show how to do a wheelie tune, a reverse wheelie tune, and I thought, you know what, perfect, it's a nice easy video and it's not too much stress on my hand. So let's get into it. And I'm using a Hillman Imp. I'll show you some cars that you can actually use that are readily available. This one's part of the car pack, but this is by far my favourite wheelie car, and I'm about to show you why. Oh, that was rubbish. Go over the car. Whee! I've actually managed to get this second, third and fourth. I had to do a record what happens. Hopefully it actually came up and I'll be able to edit that footage in. But yeah, this car's brilliant. Into third, into fourth. Yeah, this car's absolutely wicked. I'll show you my setup for this car, and then I'll show you some readily available cars that you can do it with. So I'd say this is the 66 Hillman Imp, and this setup is pretty much going to be, you know, universal across the wheelie board, if we call it. So you want drag tyres, rally suspension, a nice torquey engine. This is the 1.6T rally engine. Just max it out, and basically look at this setup. So it's high front tyre pressure, low rear tyre pressure. That's my gearing, and what you want to do is adjust your first gear so it hooks up in first. It's no good wheel spinning, you're not going to be able to lift the front up. So if you need to adjust the final drive, I would say leave that over 3, so 3 on towards 3.50. Keep it, you know, a well accelerating gearbox, if you like, and then adjust your first, second and third. What I've been doing, this is sort of a relatively new thing to me, is adjusting second gear quite short, so I can then get it into second, into third, and try and keep that wheelie going for as long as possible. So take a screenshot of this one for a Hillman Imp. Alignment 0000 all the way down till you get front car start. Don't really think the front caster makes any difference for wheeling. Anti-roll bars are both stiff. Some cars, there's some changes will be needed on your anti-roll bars and your damping rebound. Springs soft at the front, hard at the rear, and keep your ride high at max. Damping soft at the front, hard at the rear. Now the bump stiffness is where some cars need a bit of tweaking. So this car likes it stiff on the front and sort of 70% of my rear rebound stiffness on the rear. Now some cars like it all the way stiff, some cars like it all the way soft. You are going to need to tweak a little bit depending on what car you're using. Now I've locked my rear diff 100%. Obviously I want both them wheels spinning, otherwise we're going to start going off left or right once the diff opens. So that's my setup for the Hillman Imp. Feel free to copy that and you'll be able to wheelie for days. This thing's amazing. I will go into the cars now and show you some of the really good cars that I can think of off the top of my head. Now what we'll do, actually we'll build that car that's right there. We're going to build a Abarth 595. These are the easiest wheelie cars. They're readily available. They're really cheap build. Once you get good with this, then you can just jump onto some of the other ones and try and make something a little bit different. Now you also have the Gremlin, that wheelies, the Chevy Bel Air wheelies. I think that's in the Hoonigan package. I'd have to have a look in a second. There's quite a lot. I'm just trying to think. I haven't tried any BMWs yet. I've managed to get the Regal to lift its front wheels, although I can't get it to wheelie properly. As I say, the Chevrolet Bel Air definitely wheelies. That thing wheelies for days. The Corvette Stingray 427 is a really good wheelie car. You can also get the ZR1 to wheelie. You can do the Datsun 510, that wheelies. What else? You can do the Fiat X19, brilliant little wheelie car. It's also a really good S1 drag car. That's my drag setup. And the F100 Ford truck, also a very good wheelie car. VW Beetle, also a very good wheelie car. And you can also do, what is it called? The Morris Minor, old school baby. That one, the Chevrolet Bel Air 1955 Hoonigan. That wheelies all day long. I think everyone knows about that one though if you've been looking at the wheelie cars. Where are we? This Morris is also Morris Minor 1000, really easy wheelie car to get going as well. So there's just a couple. Toyota Supra wheelies. God, there's loads of wheelie cars when you kind of think about it. And I've also got the Porsches, a couple of Porsches to wheelie. So I've got the 911 Turbo S to wheelie and the 3.3 911 Turbo. That's probably the easiest Porsche to get a wheelie. Now, a couple of key things when you're looking at building a wheelie car. If you look in your stats box on the left where your power and torque is, you want to be looking at your front weight distribution. So you want something that's less than 50%. Now, I have got cars that wheelie with a higher than 50%, but it's just easier to make a car wheelie with less weight over the front end. So the lower that front percentage, the better, definitely. And also you want a car with a high torque engine, rear wide drag tires. The wider the better really, because you want to be able to get that front lift off. Now I have managed to get an Audi R8 to put its wheels up, but I cannot get it a wheelie, and I believe that's due to the amount of travel and the suspension. But yeah, basically we'll jump over to the garage and I will show you how to get your Abarth to wheelie. Right, so we will start with the Fiat Abarth, as I said, and we'll do a live tweaking and I'll show you exactly what you need. Now this car's available in every colour, as long as you like white. So looks like we're picking a white one. So the build basically is rally suspension. Oh, not drift suspension, rally suspension. What am I doing? Rally suspension and drag tyres. These are your most important thing. Wide drag tyres as well. And what I've been doing for the cars is putting some really lightweight wheels on. They're not best looking of wheels, but light wheels nonetheless. Oh, you know what? We'll use these ones. They're probably the better of the worst bunch. It just takes a little bit of weight off the front as well at the same time. Now you want to keep a thick rear tyre profile. Alright, you don't want to be going in and having big wheels, because you want that rubber to soak up the acceleration and lift the front. Now put a wide rear track, leave your front as it is, go over to the engines, put a 1.6 turbo rally and basically max that engine out. Now when you've been building your wheelie cars and you're going through, another few things to take note of is when you do your weight reduction, if you look at the front percentage, if I lose weight, I'm actually adding more weight over the front of the car. So I'm actually going to leave this standard weight. It's really light car anyway, 577 kilograms. Now again, if I add a roll bar, I'm adding more weight over the front, and that's going against what we want to do. Now I do add the full anti-roll bars just so we can tweak them if needed. Don't have to worry about brakes where we're going. And yeah, say max the engine, make sure you've got max power. So let's jump into the actual tuning side of it. So as I said, front tyre pressures, we'll put them up. Anything over 40 does, I'll just put mine all the way at the top. And the back's all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I didn't put a gearbox in it. You know what, I'll go back and put a gearbox in it and I'll come back again. So very important, we want to be able to snatch them gears when we're wheeling, adjusting the gears, and also maximum race diff so we can adjust that to 100% locked. Silly me. So on gearing, what I do, I don't know why it works, but it just does. From what I know, drag gearing's over 3, so I've been starting at 3, putting my first gear over to about the 3rd bar, just as a quick throw together gear tune, and then adjusting a nice little curve after. Now I've not managed to get past 4th, so I'm not really worried about the 5th and 6th, but that's just a very quick throw together, and then we'll test it in a minute. So again, leave all the alignment as is. Anti-roll bars on this one, I'm just going to start with stiff, and we'll go from there. Springs all the way soft at the front, all the way hard at the back, and we'll leave the ride height as is. Damping again all the way down, all the way up on the rear. Bump stiffness all the way down at the front, all the way up on the rear. Don't worry about aero, don't worry about brakes, and we want a locked diff. So let's jump out in it and see what happens. Hoping this hooks up and wheelies straight away. Just to let you know, wheelie cars are not the best driving cars, but Hillman Imp can actually be driven normally. So will it go? Oh yes, look at that, straight away. Oh, I'm gonna go after the beach, just rewind up that. So super easy this car to build. We'll lift it in second as well, what do you reckon? Yeah, up in a second once it catches grip. Just on the power. Woo! She likes to go sliding off. Second, third. Oh, on a slap it lifts up as well. Epic. Let's say this car is so easy to get to wheelie. One of the easiest wheelie cars in here. Let's say really available, really cheap as well. And you can wheelie it pretty long. Just try not to drag that rear bumper because it will put you off. But what we'll do, we'll grab a few of the other wheelie cars out and I'll show you what they can do as well. So we'll go in a Porsche. They're not the best wheelie cars, but they lift the front wheels up. Let's get the 3.3 turbo out. So warm the rear tyres up. Oh no, wheelie straight away. Not the best wheelie car, as I say, but it will lift up nonetheless. He says, and then can't get it to wheelie. But you get my point, you see me straight off the bat. Turbo S is pretty much the same, we'll just lift the front wheels. Can't get this one into second. But yep, that's another wheelie car. VW Beetle's another easy car to build as well. As I say, there's loads out there. The little Fiat X19's an epic little wheelie car. But there's also some cars you can actually wheelie in reverse as well. So the Fiesta XR2 1981. We'll go through the tuning as well to show you how to do that one. Pretty much the same basic principle, alright? So it's rally suspension, drag tyres, but as we're on the front wheels, we're going to be stiff on the front, loose on the rear, wide front tyres, skinny rears. Alright, you get the point. Only problem is when you're wheeling in reverse, you can't see where you're going. What you can do is reverse wheelie donuts. Sometimes. Yeehaw! Alright, spin me back over. You get my point. They're just fun little cars. This one can actually drive because it's got front wide sticky tyres, so you can actually drive this. Spins all the way out the fourth. Shame you can't slam the brakes on and do a wheelie. But yeah, some epic little fun cars just to have some fun in. So we'll jump over the tuning window quickly. I'll show you how to get this one done as well. So low front tyre pressure, higher rear. This is the gearing that I've done. So if you copy that gearing, take a screenshot. Again, all zeros on the alignment other than front caster. Stiff front and back anti-roll bars. Stiff front on springs, soft rear, standard ride height. Stiff front, rebound stiffness, soft rear. This car likes both bump stiffness all the way up. And then 100% lock on the front diff. As I say, them settings, if you like, Front wheel drive cars are obviously completely opposite to the rear wheel drive cars. But just go out, have some fun, find something you can play with. If you have got any odd and mad ones that I haven't mentioned, then please let me know, because I quite like the odd ones, and we'll see if I can get a cool few wheelie cars built myself. Yeah, so I hope you liked the video. Just a quick and easy one today. To say I will be back to normal working order hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so once my hands healed up. If you do like if you know anyone that is going to like this video, please share it over to them. Say comment any funny cars that you know that can wheelie, and yeah, hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.